What's up, Full Ride Nation? What's up, Full Ride Nation? How's everybody doing today? How the trials go today? Let me know what's going on, Full Ride Nation, on this Tuesday. Had tryouts, season starting. I need to know what's going on, Full Ride Nation. Let me know. Let me know what's going on out there. And when you come in the room, let me know where you're from. What's going on, Full Ride Nation? Where my usuals at? All right, everybody doing this evening? How's trials going? We're on Cheat Code Tuesday. You got questions, I got answers. D1 walk on turn starter. Y'all got questions, I got answers. What's going on? It's basketball season is here. We're going to see what's going on. What's going on, everybody? Letting a few more people come in the room. Letting some people come in the room as we discuss this season that's up here. I've got some people been asking me different questions about earning playing time, what they need to do, how do they get the playing time, um, what are some tryouts for me? Okay, next week. All right, where you from? You say tryouts for you next week. Use a 716. Blah 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 blah. Let me know where you from. When y'all come in the room, let me know where you guys are from, so that way we can do a roll call and see where. Okay, Colorado, cool. All right, what grade you in? You trying out for freshman, JV, varsity? So we November, so you got tries next week. So yeah, the season now is 10th grade. Okay. So you trying out Houston. What's going on? Straight out of Houston, H Town in the building. Um, you on the team, KOJIDEO. You tried out, you on the team. Did you make it? Give me the status. What's going on? What's going on out there? We got Colorado, Houston, we got Cigars with Mac out of Fort Worth. What's going on, guys? Let me know. Just put a video out about scrimmaging. Uh, how do how do you remember plays better? I got a whole video about how you remember the play. First of all, Jamita, first of all you gotta come in the room saying hello and tell me where you're from. That's how we gonna do this going forward. You know what I'm saying? We gotta set some guidelines here. We gotta have some respect going on. Come in first of all, say hello, and then I'm gonna say hello back. Then let me know where you're from. Then we go to your question. Don't just come right in and ask questions, folks. You made the team. Wolo 2K, that's what I'm talking about, baby. Wolo. Now I just made some ground rules. Come in and say hello and tell me where you from, Wolo. I don't know where you from. I've been talking to you all this time and I don't even know where you live at, Wolo 2K. Where you at? And Jamita wants to remember some plays. I'm just waiting to find out where they from, and then we gonna address that. But congratulations, Wolo 2K. I'm glad to hear you made the team. Now it's time to get to playing. Okay, Illinois. Ooh, okay. Congratulations. Okay. All right. Waiting on Jamita to let us know where he or she is from. Um, and then we'll attack that question out of Alabama. Okay, straight out of Alabama. All right, so you asked me a question about how do you remember plays. I put a whole video out discussing how to remember plays. So, um, what grade are you in, Jamita? What grade are you in? What grade? You were right. Defense is the key to making. I know. Hey, listen, man. I've only been doing this for a long time. Seventh, play eighth. Okay. So what you're gonna have to do to remember the plays. One, is this your first year on the team? Well, that really don't matter if it's your first year or not. Either way, the principles of learning of learning plays is the same. You have to pay attention when the coach is going over the plays. Generally, the coach is going to run through those plays with nobody on the court, showing you what to do at every position. You need to be a student. If you're on the first five, then you need to be making sure that you're memorizing. And don't be afraid to ask questions. If you're not understanding or if you're not getting something, make sure you stop the coach and say, hey, coach, I'm not understanding what I need to do here. It's better to stop the coach and tell him that you don't understand what's going on than to just go on. Do you? And they say, do you get it? And you say, yeah, I get it. I get it. How long you been zesty? Coatley, how long have I been zesty? Ask your mama, Coatley. That's how long I've been zesty. So don't think you can come in here and say anything to me. I used to be a stand-up comic. If you so I got jokes. So you ask your mama, Coatley, she'll tell you everything you need to know. But anyway, back to the question. um, you got a clown. Boy, I did this for a living, son. Coatley, show your face. Don't come in here and don't show your face and ask crazy questions because I got crazy answers too. I got good answers and I got crazy answers. But anyway, don't be afraid to ask the coach questions. Just stop him and say, "Hey, coach, I'm not sure. I don't understand what's going on." And so then they'll go over with you because the last thing you want to do is just go along to get along, and then when the game comes and they put you in and they run the play and you are totally confused and you don't know what the heck is going on. That's the first way and the easiest way to get slapped on the bench. Um, and for that person that said how long I've been zesty, I said ask your mama, but I'm pretty sure they ain't got no mama no more. Only a fool comes in and asks stupid questions like that. So, that's that person I told you that's just up in the basement underneath the bed typing, jump on the live and jump off. But see, guys, this is a prime example of some of the stuff that you have to deal with, like when you're in a game. So you'll have clowns like that show up, and they're going to be sitting directly behind you, saying any and everything. They're going to say any and everything to you, so that they can throw you off of your game and keep you. Uh, I'm defensive about being zesty. That ain't what your mama said. Your mama wasn't saying that. But they'll say all this kind of stuff like directly behind you to throw you off your game. But whenever you have clowns like this Coatley guy that come in, you just push them to the side. Don't worry about them, and you just keep playing your game because that's what they're there to do. I ain't worried about him. That's a clown, man. Those are what those are called are scrubs, and they're fans. And so understand this: in order to be a player, you're gonna have to have haters. So when you have haters, that means that you're doing stuff right. So yeah, you don't worry about that. But what I'm saying is, people like him or them are gonna be um, everywhere. They're gonna be everywhere when you play this game, and their job is to try to throw you off. So what you guys have to do is remain focused. So this is a good example in prime time on what you need to do to clowns like that. And so when somebody leads off with talking about being zesty, that tells you everything what you need to know right there. So, but anyway, what you want to do, like I said, as far as learning the plays, you want to just make sure that you're talking to the coach, you're going back and forth, making sure that you understand, and also that you're talking to your other teammates and make sure that you guys have a good understanding as well of what's going on. So let me move on to the next one. My coach, football. Hold on, it's a glare. I can't see. My coach coached the football team and is a football player. The coach is trying to. My coach coached football team, and my backup is a football player. The coach is trying to what? Trying to replace me with him. How do you become a walk on? I'm a senior trying to become a college basketball player. KG1 official. Um, you say you are a senior. I'm not sure I understand the question. To Coatley, do you still wear makeup? Coatley's an idiot. It's funny when people say stuff, but then they won't even put a picture of themselves up. You know what I'm saying? At least put a picture up. But they can't put a picture up because then you'll see his one eye and his and all that other type of stuff. But you asked me about walking on as a senior, so I'm not really too sure what you mean. Or did you make the team as a senior or not? That's the next question. Uh, um, Coach, hey guys. Well, first of all, let me just let me just set the tone here. Coatley's handicapped, so everybody just deal with it. I understand we have a handicapped person in here, and so what we this is what we're gonna do. When you have handicapped people, what we're gonna do is what they do in real life. We're just gonna put the lampshade on their head, push them in the corner, and let them play by themselves. The rest of us who are trying to get better, we're gonna go on. We've given Coatley with no face or no nothing enough attention. Coatley, we're going to put you in the corner, pal. Have a good night, okay, Coatley? We're moving on, kid. That's how you talk to him. Okay, so you're a senior in high school. I want to play basketball in college. How do I become a welcome? So are you on the high school team? First of all, KG1 official, where you from? You got to tell us where you from, and then we'll go into what your question is. Yeah, we're done with Coatley. He's in the corner right now. We'll deal with Coatley on another live. Coatley's in the corner with the lampshade on his head and the blanket over him, drooling in the corner. So we ain't worried about it. What's up, man? What's going on? Um, where you from, Bashley? My coach is trying to replace me with a mediocre player without skill or dedication. Okay, Max and Cheese, I got you. Uh, uh, I'm from Michigan. I'm on the basketball team, and I played AAU last summer. Cool. Okay. So you are okay. Make sure I answer these questions one at a time. I'm getting in the mix. So Max Cheese, you say your coach is trying to replace you with a mediocre player who isn't as good. Okay, so this is what you have to do, right? So he's waiting at the football season, so you're already on the team. So let me just make sure I'm hearing this correctly. You're already there. So what you have to do is keep the pressure on right now. See, that guy's not there, you are. So he wants that guy to play over you. So, and you're already knowing this. So, what your job is to do right now, because here's the thing: when you get to college, understand this: the coach is gonna want when you get to college and you're a freshman, you got sophomores, juniors, and seniors that are there that don't want you to play because they've been playing and they did a good job last season. You got freshmen of the year, players of the year sometimes. And so you're coming to take that position. So all you can control is what you have right there in front of you. So he's still in football. You're there. So what you have to be doing is being relentless in practice. You have to go into practice every day with the mindset of dominating. So when that guy comes off of football, the coach is going to have to make a decision and say, Max with cheese, is that your name? Max and cheese is dominating so tough that I can't take him. I can't take Max and Cheese out. We're gonna have to put him at another position. So you have a golden opportunity here to put the pressure on now. If you know he's trying to take your position with the guy that's not as good, you have to leave no doubt in his mind that when this guy comes from football, that you've done such a good job that they're not gonna take your position. All right. So Mac and Cheese, where you from? And back to the guy that's the senior. Sorry about that, KG. I got sidetracked. So y'all gotta excuse me, it's a glare. So when I'm going side to side like this, I'm just trying to put my forehead there some color so I can read what you're saying. So you are a senior in high school. You want to play basketball, and so replace you, Coleman. I'm from Michigan. Okay, so you're on the basketball team. You played AAU. Well, this doesn't South Texas. Cool, Max G's. So KG1 official. This doesn't matter so much, but what position do you play? Hey, I appreciate that, Wolo 2K. You be keeping me in the loop on everybody who joined with that nonsense. Okay, good, Bashara. You did good in both tryouts. Good, 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 good. See, these are the people who show up pretty much every live and watch every video. Yeah, Wolo 2K, you be on it. Okay, so you be on it, Wolo. Uh you be on it. Uh so small forward. All right. So here's the thing, right? Okay, so here's the key to walking on. So all of you guys that are still in high school, you don't necessarily have to worry about being a walk on per se, right? And the way to be the best to like if you're not getting a lot of looks, you want to go ahead this senior year and put your best foot forward and you want to try to dominate now because the key to being a walk on is what you're doing now, you'll get letters, you'll start to have colleges looking at you, but you may not have one that commits to you directly. That's what's going to open the doors up for you to be able to walk on to a school. Because a lot of times, schools that may want you, but they may not want to sign you per se, but they'll still let you come on the team as a walk on. So utilize this senior year to bust heads, do very, very well so that when this season is over, if you don't have a a scholarship or you don't have a letter of intent, you'll have schools that do know who you are that will be willing to allow you to come and walk on. Okay, so this is a good time now to prepare yourself to try and be a walk on down the line because even though I had to walk on, I still did enough my senior year in high school where I had a little bit of a rumbling enough where people kind of sort of knew about me. And understand this, I only played varsity 1 year in high school. That's it, just one. Okay, so let me see. Uh, Grades are so important in tryouts. Many people that were good enough were there. Absolutely, Wolo 2K, absolutely. Um, I'm gonna do some videos about the importance of grades. Even when you get to college, it's important to pick in a good major. See, I majored in engineering, so I got a degree in computer science. Okay, so you got to think about life after basketball. Everybody's not making it to the NBA, and so if you don't make it to the NBA, what are you going to do? What type of job are you going to work? What are you good at? What do you like doing? And so when you're going to school to get a free education, you want to make sure you take full advantage of that education, so that when you graduate from college, you can go and have a gainful employment. So yes, make sure you're getting your grades, guys. Make sure you're getting your education. What do I do? It just what do I do if I just now broke my Matt for TTHEW? Tell us where you're from. Um Tell us where you're from. Okay. Max and Cheese. Tell us where you're from and then we'll get into your question. So when you come in the room, let us know where you're from and then we'll ask questions. So Max and Cheese. So the first game is Saturday. Good. Guys, I'm gonna try to do another live. I told you about the cheat code Thursdays and cheat code Fridays. So we're gonna go over the game plan. The next live I'm gonna have a game plan laid out for you guys on what you need to be getting prepared for these games that's coming up on Saturday. I think some of you guys might have games on Fridays, some of you might have games on Saturdays. I'm gonna try to commit to the Thursday, but I was getting my car worked on last week Thursday. That's why I couldn't do it Thursday. I think I'm gonna be getting it again this Thursday. But either way, I'm gonna try to do the live. I did a live yesterday, but it was too late at night, and I know y'all was sleeping, so that was my bad anyway. So anyway, Max and Cheese, you said you got a game this Saturday against a team that went 2-26. All right, great. Don't worry about the team's record, right? Because any team can beat your head in at any moment in time. What you need to be focused on, yeah, they might have went 2-26 last year. That's last year's team. But you still need to prepare for them as if they went 26-2. So one of the things that a lot of you guys make the mistake of is playing down to your competition. So you're looking at the team like, oh, they just 2-26. It's gonna be an easy go. No, no, no. Do not play down the competition. Because understand this, guys, every day that you guys are playing a high school basketball game is you're on a tryout for college. You don't know who, what, and when college scouts are sitting in those stands evaluating you. So you have to take each and every game as if an NBA scout and a college scout is in there looking at you So you want to perform at your best at all times, no days off. If you guys are serious, and I don't care if you're a freshman, a sophomore, a junior, a senior, this counts for everybody because every game is going to count. If you're a freshman, you want them to know who you are as a freshman. As a senior, this your last shot, baby. So you got to make it count. All right. So mac and cheese, that's it. How about, man? Let me go back. Let me go on back because these have piled up on me. So happened my junior year. I have a meeting with him and just be honest. 226, coach. I think. Let's see, Matthew need to. Coach, I think made the team, but damn, I'm gonna play. I didn't start. Coach, I think I can make the team and play JV, but doubt I'm gonna play it, and I don't care if I'm starting fresh. I don't know. Okay, Arkansas. Okay, St. Louis. All right, perfect. My school only let us try out for our grade, like ninth. Can only try. Yeah, it was like it was like that. It was similar to that when I came up. So some schools when I came up, they had a ninth grade center. So only ninth graders went to the ninth grade center. 10th, 11th, and 12th went to a separate school. Now, when I went to school, we had ninth, 10th, 11th, and 12th. But freshmen, sophomores played JV, juniors and seniors played varsity. Now, you had to be very, very good to be a sophomore or junior and play varsity. I went to a 6A school back in the day. Now I had a guy on my team. He did play in the NBA later on, but he did start varsity as a freshman. But we'll get down into that later on because somebody asked me like the level of competition I played and like the different people that I played against. See, I'm from a different era, so I don't come from the era of talking about name dropping and all that type of stuff. But for the sake of some of these videos and just to talk about different things, I'm going to talk about some of the people that I did play with and train with that did actually play in the NBA. It's not really my style, but just to give you guys some context of what's going on, I will do that down the line. So, yeah, Wolo, that is a thing. Okay, NYC in the house. I see you, JVK. That's it, guys. Make sure you let me know where you're from before you ask me a question. And no, JV, just freshman, sophomore, varsity. Oh, okay. Okay, yep, gotcha. What should I do if I'm cut from the team? What should I do if I'm cut from the team to still get recognition? Well, if you're cut from the team, um, hold on. If you're cut from the team, right, and you trying to, I'm gonna get better at reading these comments faster, like some other people I see on TikTok. They can just read these comments. I think it's because I got a glare. But anyway, what should I do to get when I get cut to get recognition? Well, if you got cut, um, I don't know how you're gonna get recognition. I don't think you're really gonna get recognition from the team because you're not actually on the team. But this is my suggestion: if you do get cut, go and talk to the coach. Tell the coach that you're serious about making the. Wait, first of all, what grade are you in? I have to assume that you're either ninth, 10th, or 11th grade, and you still have some eligibility left. So you want to go to the coach. You want to have a serious conversation with the coach and say, Coach, listen, I know I didn't make the team. If you can give me your honest expert opinion on why I didn't make the team and what I need to work on because I'm dead serious about this, and I can promise you I'll come back as a better player next year. That right there is going to show the coach, one, that you have initiative, and two, you're serious about it. And see if he will give you that information. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Different coaches are going to have different philosophies around the country. So this is just an idea. But if whether they do or they don't, what you want to do is become a student of the game. You want to continue to practice your skills. You want to know what you're deficient at. You want to make sure you go to every home high school basketball game. You want to watch the player that plays for your school at the position that you want to play and also the opposing team. And you want to watch that position intently. You want to watch it like a hawk. You want to watch what they're doing good. You want to watch what they're doing bad. You want to incorporate what they're doing good in your game, and you want to and disassociate with what they're doing bad. Because remember, you got cut. That person made it at that position. So it's something that the coach likes about them that they didn't like about you. So you want to see what that is. Then you want to go and watch college film. You want to watch college players that play the position that you play. in some NBA as well, but the NBA is a little bit advanced. They're doing stuff that you're not going to really be able to do in high school and college per se on a night in, night out basis, but you can still watch them. But you want to watch your high school and you also want to watch college games, and you want to take those things that you're watching, and that's what you want to go and work on yourself. All right. Jamita, you're welcome. Um, AAU is way more better to get looked at anyway. Yeah, AAU has come to, well, I put it to you like this. Anytime you're playing is a great opportunity to get looked at. Whether it's AAU, whether it's high school, it doesn't matter. Even if you're just playing pickup, that's what I'm trying to tell you guys. Wherever you are, make sure you're playing at the best of your ability, because you never know who's there, who's watching, who's doing what, who knows who. So always be playing at the best. Always be working on your game and always be getting better. All right? Wow, that's crazy. What can you do to keep your conditioning up? Because I've been outside and stuff, but I feel like I'm slow. So, well, feeling like you're slow is one thing. TTBOOWAH. Where you from, man? You gotta let us know where you from. Feeling like you're slow is one thing, but feeling like you're out of shape is another thing. So feeling slow and feeling out of shape, that's two different feelings. So if the conditioning hasn't come in the off season, it's very difficult to get in shape once that season starts. Because if you're feeling like you're slow because you're feeling like you're out of shape and the season has started, well, you got a real uphill battle. The only way that you can circumvent being out of shape and trying to get in shape during a season is you're gonna have to put in a lot of extra time running, but then you're also gonna have to make sure you're putting in the right amount of time getting rest. That's a delicate dance once you're in the middle of the season. So what I would suggest is maybe after, if you're on the team after practice, what you need to do is you need to run a few extra suicides, and time them. You need to come in before practice if possible and run a few extra suicides. These are the things that you're gonna have to do in order to get yourself up to speed so you don't feel slow. The slowness feeling is coming from you feeling winded and you're feeling like you're out of shape. That's what the problem is. So you're going to have to do a little bit of extra running after practice and on your off days. So those days that you're off, you're going to have to do some extra wind sprints, some extra running, some extra sprints on your own. This is going to have to be stuff that you're going to have to do, not stuff that the coach is actually asking you to do. How do I show the varsity coach next year I'm good? Well, Wolo 2K, showing the varsity coach that you're good starts this year, because believe it or not, the varsity coach is going to be watching all of the games of the freshmen and the JV teams beneath them. Because remember, they're looking to pluck the players from those teams on their team, because ultimately they want to win a state championship. So it's going to start with what you're doing in actual games, Wolo. Okay? It's going to start with what you're doing in those games, Wolo. So you're going to have to put that work in practice, because the varsity coach, sometimes when we played, he used to be in our JV and freshman practices watching. So you're going to have to be consistent. Consistency is the key to letting the coach know that you're ready and able and can play this game. Consistency. Because anybody can go out and drop 30 in one night and we never see them again. I see that all the time, where a cat will come out and he'll drop 30 points and they'll be like, okay, he's good, he's great, but they're averaging 2 the rest of the season. It's consistency. I'd rather you give me 15 night in and night out, 12 night in and night out, or you versus giving me 30 one night and I don't see you no more the rest of the season. I think I can play JV skill wise, but don't think I will. I'm a freshman. Well, see, first of all, Bashara, it's a mindset. You can't sit up here and say, I think I can, but I'm not. No, if you feel you can play JV, your mind has to say, I'm going to play JV. See, you're already building in an excuse on why it's not going to happen. No, 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 no. In this game, buddy, it's all about having confidence. So if you feel that you have the skills, then what you have to do is you're going to have to go ahead and dominate the freshman and then say, hey, I can play JV. It's up to you to prove to them why you can play JV. If you haven't convinced yourself that you can play JV because you're a freshman, how are you going to convince the coach? You don't believe it. So if you don't believe you can play JV because you're a freshman, I'm the coach. I don't believe it either. I can't make you believe in yourself. So it's up to you, Bashara. Do you believe you can do it? If you believe it, then show it. Don't say, well, I think I can do it skill wise, but because I'm a freshman. No, 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 no. If you go out there and beat heads in, guess what? they're gonna put you where you need to be. So it's up to you and what you believe. If you believe you can't do it, then you can't do it. I'm the coach. Hey, you said you can't play because you're a freshman, then you can't play. But if you go in there and say, hey, I'm about to beat heads in and I'm gonna dominate, then guess what? The coach is gonna say, hey man, that dude a freshman, but he really doing his thing. I want him up on JV. See, that's on you. That's not on the coach. I heard about long distance running. Hell, I think I'm gonna just play freshman. Do you know I can stand out? Do you know how I can stand out? CJ Bucks, one of the ways to stand out, bud, like we just talked about, play defense. Wolo 2K, I tell you, that's the best way. Playing defense. See, everybody goes to want to show what they can do offensively. All that's great. But the best way to stand out is play defense because not a lot of people want to go out there and really lock up. You want to go out there and get the best player on the other team and make it a tough day for them, make it a tough go. That's what's going to make you stand out. Hustling, talking on defense, calling out screens on defense, being loud, being boisterous, not saying stupid stuff, but just being a team player. And what I'm saying is, you see a guy coming up, screen left, guard, screen left, screen right, stuff like that. When the coach hears and sees you doing those things, that's the stuff that's going to make you stand out. When you're taking on the challenge to play defense, you're you're boxing out, you're running your lane on offense. Don't be looking for the ball. If you're a guard, run your lane. If you're supposed to run up the left side, run your lanes. That's the stuff that's going to get you noticed. That's the stuff that's going to get you noticed. I want to play varsity. It's Josh 32. You say you want to play varsity as a freshman in the 8th grade. Well, right now you need to focus on the 8th grade. If you're on the team right now in the 8th grade, you need to focus on playing well this year. And then when you get to next year, then you can work on varsity. Let's not put the cart before the horse here. So let's compete. I see you, Slim. I see you, Slim, 1225, Slim Jim. Tell us where you're from, Slim Jim. So you want to focus on, it's Josh 32. Focus on being good in this on your 8th grade team, right? Putting in that work. Because when you leave middle school, you're going to go to high school, which is going to be a different school. So first of all right, let me make sure I understand how this works now. Because when I was in school, you had the elementary school, 1 through 5, then you had a middle school, 6 through 8, then you had high school, 9 through 12. These are 3 different schools. So we had an 8th grade team in middle school, but that had absolutely nothing to do with my high school. So you want to focus on what you're doing. So I'm assuming that it's like that. If it's not, just correct me, and then I'll make a correction on the fly. But for the sake of what I'm saying, I'm gonna speak as though this is how it is, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So focus on doing well, getting better on your 8th grade team. And then when you get to the 9th grade, then we'll worry about you playing varsity then. But you're going to have to do well in the 8th grade, and you're basically going to have to be dominating the 8th grade. If you're not having your way in the 8th grade, you can forget about being a freshman on varsity because you're going to be playing against 18, 19-year-olds at that point. So dominate where you are now. Maryland, okay, cool. TTBY, I feel like I'm not in shape. You feel like you're not in shape? Now that's on you, TTBOOWA. Now that's on you. I've been putting every video, I say, I hope you guys getting yourself in shape. Now I've been telling y'all to get yourself in shape. You got to go out and run. You got to do the wind sprints now. You got to do that stuff in the off season, okay? There's no way around it. If y'all are serious about going to the next level in college, if you show up to a college campus out of shape, the way that they run you, you're going to get injured. That's just the bottom line. You're going to get injured. You're going to pull a hamstring. You're going to tear your calf muscle. You are going to get hurt because they don't care. They're going to assume that you have done what you're supposed to do because you're an adult. And if you're going to play overseas, you're an adult. That's not, your mama and daddy ain't on your shoulder telling you when to go to bed, when to wake up and all that. When you go to college, your mama and daddy ain't there saying, all right, now time to go to bed. Did you brush your teeth? Did you take a bath? Ain't none of that. You got to govern yourself. And then within governing yourself, that means that you have to get yourself in shape. You're going to have to wash your own clothes. You're going to have to eat on your own. You're going to have to study. You're going to have to go to class. Ain't going to be no mom. Ain't nobody asking you, did you do your homework? So if you don't make it, it's on you. It's on you. So if you out of shape, that's on you. So now to get yourself in shape during season, hey man, you're gonna have to do that extra stuff after practice. Ain't no way around it. I'm going back up on the comments, so I'm behind right now. All right. TDM from Arkansas. All right, all right. Showing up, Jim. Guys showing up to open gym helps you a lot in talking to the coach. Yeah, Wolo. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, let me see if I can get to the next set of comments. I got cut because I didn't stand out during tryouts, but I was locking up anybody. I guarded CG Bucks. So you say you were locking them up, right? You say you locked them up. All right. Do you know how I could stand out and represent? So you saying you got cut, but you locked up everybody you guarded. Now CG Bucks. Did the coach say you locked them up? Or you just saying you locked them up? Or were they having their way with you? Now which one was it? Because I've never seen a guy lock up I've never seen a guy lock up everybody and get cut there. I had the starting point going on lock, and I was communicating. All right. You say, I'm 13, 5'10". Well, that hurt me. Hold on. Y'all done said some stuff. Let me go back and see what I missed. So, how do I dominate? How do you dominate? We're going to talk about that in a second, but I had the starting point going on live, and I was communicating. I was from Arkansas. I want to play varsity as a freshman. Okay, you on the team. There's a freshman academy. Okay, cool. Coach, lost. I just lost the trust. How do I? Okay, you lost the coach's trust. How do you get it back? Well, first of all, how did you lose his trust, and how do you know you lost his trust? Is that just something you saying, or did he say that to you? That's what I need to know. Um, you said you had the starting point going on lock. Now, CG Bucks. Here's the thing. That's good that you were playing good defense, right? And if you got cut, hey, stuff happens, but there's always next year, right? So what you want to do is you want to continue to play good defense. You want to make sure that you're working on your offensive. Then that must mean that you have some sort of deficiency somewhere in your offense, right? So I'm not sure what position you play, CG Bucks. Man, I'm saying that I lost it, and I can tell you that. I'm saying that I lost it, and I can tell you that. Trust me. How can you tell? Matt M40. How can you tell? So, um, while he's answering that, Bucks, BG Bucks, back to you. CG Bucks, back to you. What you want to do, that's good. Then, if you're locking the man up, then you must be deficient somewhere on your offense. So, what you need to be working on this summer, you need to make sure that you're playing in leagues. So, guys, for you guys that got cut, make sure you join these leagues: the YMCA league, AAU league, men's league, whatever league you can join. Because right now, you guys got to get these reps in. You got to get your playing reps in. It's not the end of the world. You just had that. Right now, it just means that you got to get more reps in the game. Okay, and so more reps is going to lead to more confidence, and that's going to lead to helping you dominate. I disrespected him, and okay, you disrespected him. How? Okay, so see now this is something that you brought on yourself. How did you disrespect him? That's what I need to know. Yeah. So, guys, this is another thing about respect, and this is what I said at the beginning of this live. I'm gonna have to give y'all some respect. That's why I say when you come in, tell me where you from before you just ask a question, because we got to get some rules here. Because y'all don't. I said he had favorite players. Why would you say that? I mean, what made? Okay, so what makes you think you have the right to tell him that he has favorite players, even if you know that every coach is gonna have favorite players? That ain't your job to tell him he got favorite players. So, meaning that you ain't his favorite. So you think by you telling him he has favorite players, I don't have no right to that. No. So you think by you telling him he has favorite player, that's gonna make you his favorite player. So what was going through your mind at the time when you said that to him that made you think that this was a good thing to say? And now you're saying that he's lost your trust. And how do you get it back? Well, I put it to you like this. First of all, guys, think before you talk. Just because it comes up in your head doesn't mean it needs to come out in your mouth. And that's the problem with some of this newer generation. Y'all think y'all can say what you want with no consequence. Well, there's consequences to talking crazy, especially to a coach that has control over your playing time and basically can have an impact on your future because those coaches talk to coaches when they're recruiting you as well. So it's like if a coach says he talks Matt Ford TTHEW talks crazy, coach. I mean, he's a good player, but you might have an issue with his attitude. Now, what you think that's gonna do for you? You understand what I'm saying? So now let's go ahead and address what you said. How can you gain his trust back? Well, the gaining the trust back comes from putting in congratulations, Apple 30 GOA. Where you from? You made the team. Congratulations to everybody who makes the team. Congratulations, guys. Congratulations. I want to make sure I shout it out too. But tell me where you from. So, good play can generally overcome a lot of stuff. So, the way to overcome this at this point, M4TTTHEW, is you're going to have to show up and show out every day to make him forget about it. That's the main thing. But first and foremost, you said you called him out in front of the team, right? You called him out in front of the team. Is that correct? Rat for TTHEW. And guys, let's get these likes up too, man. Come on now. You say you called him out in front of the team. And if that is the case, you ain't responded yet. So I'm going to just go ahead and say you called him out in front of the team. You need to issue him an apology. Okay, Matt for TTHEW. You say you called him out in front of the team. So if you called him out in front of the team, then you need to apologize to him, first and foremost, in front of the team. In the same form that you disrespected him in is the same form that you need to apologize to him in. Okay? And that's going to show that you're the bigger man in this scenario, and that you regret what you said and what you did, and that you been holding yourself accountable, and that's going to go a long way with him as far as regaining his trust. And going forward, think before you speak. M4TTHEW. Don't just say something because that's what you feel. Don't get caught in an emotion. See, this game of basketball boils down to who can contain and control their emotions. If you start to just shoot off at the throat and at the hip because you have gotten into your emotions, then it's going to be hard to trust you in a real game because when people start talking to you in the stands, like the one guy, Coat Head, Coke Face came on here earlier talking to me. You can't turn around and talk to them. They're going to be talking and talking and talking, but you still have to lock in on that game because the whole point is to distract you. So when you play in college, especially D1, and you got 15,000 people in the stands, 8,000 people in the stands, yelling at you, are you going to talk to them? But you're sitting on the bench and you're waiting on your number to be called. And then you're talking to somebody in the stands and you don't know what defense or offense you're in. So how long you think you're going to play in that game? And how long you think you're going to be on that team? So don't allow your emotions to get in the way of what it is ultimately you're trying to do. Because ultimately you're trying to make that team, stay on that team, play, and do well. All right. So it's not the end of the world, but whatever form you disrespected him in, what's up, Lewis 100K? Tell us where you from, Lewis 100K. What's up, baby? We just having a conversation. So I told him when you come in, let us know where you're from, cause I talk to you guys. I don't know where anybody's from. Uh, what can I do about having SAVORULA? Tell us where you're from. What can I do about having a day off? Some days I play really good. Some days I don't. Okay. Wisconsin, cool, cool, cool. I'm from Florida, Miami. Okay, Lewis. All right, I went to FAU. Cool, cool. I know it, FAU. Hey, coach, I've been trying to change something about my form because it messes up the spin. I don't know exactly what you What can I do? Oh, I having a day off. Some days I play really good. Oh, being consistent, that's your problem. Um, so go through this TikTok, and I have a video on there about pregame routines and being consistent. So you're gonna have to be consistent in what you are doing. I understand what you're saying because some days you play good, some days you don't. It's a mind thing. So in your mind, this is why I tell you guys to make these videos about having a pregame routine and getting off your phones and getting 8 hours of rest and laying down and making sure you're doing all of the right things, because a routine is going to be what gives you the consistency. Because the reason that you will have good games and bad games is because you don't have a consistent routine. So once you have a consistent routine and you're doing the same thing, then you know what your outcome is going to be at every game. Right now, you don't even know what your outcome is going to be day in and day out, because your days are sporadic. Your what you do today is different than what you do tomorrow, and so on and so forth. So when it comes down to your game time preparation, it needs to be the same routine every single day so that you can make sure that you're doing what you need to do to be consistent. All right, guys, I'm about to, it's almost time for me to eat my dinner, but we're going to have another live this week. Miami, like, have a call or talk message. Thank you. Hey, you welcome. Hey, guys, everybody, y'all welcome. Bashara, like, have a call or talk me. Yeah, I talked. Is there a way I can talk to you personally or have some questions? Yeah, I'm working on that, guys. I got some stuff set up where I'm gonna have something that we can talk directly. I know. I just found out that, like, people can come up here and talk to me, but you got to have 1,000 followers, I guess, in order to be added to this and go face to face with me. So I just found that out. I'm still gaining more and more information about this social media stuff so that we can talk. But I'm trying to set up some times of where I can have stuff set up where y'all can talk to me about your own personal situation. So I'm working on that, Bashara. I am. I've been trying to change it. We're gonna have to get into that DM about trying to change it about your jump shot. I used to shoot very well, but do you think I should risk it? I wouldn't change up too much of what I got going on, not in the middle of a season. Oh, you're welcome. DM, mm, DM. Uh, I wouldn't thank you, Coach. I needed that. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome. You got any tips on working on your core, Lewis? Yeah. One of the things you can do to work on your core, one, you can do push-ups, and you can do um uh push-ups, definitely push-ups. But like Superman's, where you just lay down on your or just hold a push-up position. That's another thing you can do that'll just help your core out a lot. Um, the medicine ball helps your core a lot. Running helps your core. Jump roping, that stuff helps your core. But definitely doing push-ups and holding your body in a push-up position, just holding it there in the push-up position with your hands or on your actual elbows. Those things would definitely help your core a lot. I'm gonna answer one more, guys, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. How do you gain more confidence? Hey, SAVORULA. I go through my TikTok. I got about 2 to 3 different videos on how to gain more confidence. Confidence comes from consistency, and that comes from you actually working on your game and playing to your strengths. So those are the things that I need you to um, go and look at. Look at those videos, and those going to outline some of the stuff that you're going to be able to do to work on your confidence. When you have a lack of confidence, that comes from you feeling as though you have certain deficiencies. So the stuff that you feel that you're deficient at is the stuff that you need to be working on, and that's going to boost your confidence, guys. So I just dropped a video earlier. I want y'all to go take a look at that video. Matt for TTHEW, did you hear what I said, man? Did you catch all that what I told you before I get out of here? M for TTHEW, did you catch all that? You got to give me a yes. Okay, good. All right, you're welcome. I just want to make sure um, that you heard that and that you apologize to the coach in the same forum that you disrespected him in, and let him know that you'll never do that again. You got beside yourself. And also say this to him as well. This is going to show a lot of character. Say, Coach, I'm willing to take whatever punishment that you deem is fit for the mistake that I made. I'm standing up, holding myself accountable as a man. I apologize to you. I should have never said that to you. Blah, 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 blah. You fill in the blank and say whatever punishment you feel is fit. I'm willing to take that punishment, Coach, because that's how serious I am about you, this team, and winning this season. That's how you're going to get back on his good side. M4T, TTTHEW. And going forward, watch your mouth. Don't say it because you're thinking it. All right? So, Full Ride Nation, that's it for tonight. And like I said, when you get clowns like Coatley come in, you just handle them, you put them in the place, and you move on. And that rain? Yeah, it's raining. Anyway, Full Ride Nation, y'all know the drill. Let's compete.